It was that moment when ostracism had begun to crumble, the great August of 2023. Position of occupants and backstabbers began to lower. More and more people have found out the truth about them. Firstly was made bootleg DGM, which was a monarchy full of ostracism, where anybody suspected of spying was banned, although nobody was actually spying. Then, on 40th August, began the spreading of propaganda.
Peter from Real TGM is saying bad stuff about bootleg TGM and doesn't understand humor. Join bootleg TGM for no limits on humor.
If humor is insulting people just for not revealing their country or is making shitty jokes without somebody's consent, then best if we had no humor at all. Apparently, bootleg TGM doesn't want limitations on humor, but when one small innocent joke about Phantom was said, which Phantom repeated various times, and we mean the joke, there was an instant anger. Finn also is probably against jokes about LGBT, but we don't know that yet. However, when Ahmad said just one thing, Finn instantly accused him of homophobia. TGM tolerates humor but doesn't tolerate insulting or jokes that are annoying, where annoying is understood as repetitive and intended to destroy one person's image. Bootleg TGM only allows politically correct jokes, and its goal is making a political doctrine where insulting and bullying is normal and any other political spectrums than liberal left are prohibited. All hail real great Militarland.
You see, guys? From his voice message you can get that Peter is a megalomaniac and apparently he doesn't have a sense on humor, and like why the all hail blah blah at the end. We don't want to be Nazis, do we? Bootleg TGM is the real place of freedom. Join today if you are not a spy of Peter. We don't want imposters.
Naturally, bootleg TGM doesn't even defend themselves about accusations and instead gives ridiculous claims. Peter does have sense of humor, because Peter didn't say anything wrong about reels that people sent. Peter only wants people to change their jokes or to make them kinda different. About being a Nazi, Peter is not a Nazi and knows well the history. Peter allows different politics, but what bootleg TGM will allow is only a matter of time. Also, if bootleg TGM is the real place of freedom, why was Rylan kicked out? Is being yourself annoying? All that bootleg TGM members were asked for was to change their jokes, and now they make the situation a big deal and make their own server. If you are really bothered by the situation, just invite President for debate or leave TGM. Stay loyal to TGM and say no to confrontation that bootleg TGM demands, and don't feed them with attention.
As you can tell, the behavior of Phantom and Muho was practically non-existent throughout the battle. Being offended over someone's beliefs or saying someone else's opinion is propaganda clearly showed the reality of both of these people, being close to toxicity of Exile and Mr. S. It is also important to note that on 12th of August, Phantom denied that he would be angry about jokes made about him. But as you see on the last picture, it only confirms that he was just a big hypocrite. One more thing. CV came to roast out of his own free will. People were not stupid and have voted to kick out Muho. Phantom was not voted to have been kicked out, but left after finding out about the referendum results. Once again, democracy won. Once again, the freedom has won. All hail the great Militarland. 11th of August, the day celebrating 3rd anniversary of Peace Declaration, the first ever successful Peace Day. Had a normal parade, speeches, and 2 sport disciplines. We've even visited the museum. In general, the event was successful. 3 years ago, not exactly 3 years ago, but 3 years ago and 5 days ago. Yeah, we've made sixth peace declaration. And that was a peace declaration that would end all the wars. Sadly, it didn't end dramas, because we know what later happened on the obvious day of December. It was also a bad drama. There was also a bad conflict. But thankfully, we have learned from the war what tactics should we use.
Like, I have heard from Peter that Mr. S just like uses their regulations against the Peter though. I mean, when he trashed his underage friends, like didn't report like the other his underage friends that he has crushed. He has crushed like underage friends, and Mr. S has like crushed like so many friends and didn't report some of them for being underage. I mean, like, where's the justice? Like, I am shooting myself though. But look, like, these guys.
Not everything went well. However, it was not a moment that destroyed the event, as event in general was successful.
Bro, I'm speaking now. So guys, I have to tell one thing about you. Elephant
No, I
can
can't
say
take this. I can't take this. I muted him. On all competitions, Brillidan was last. Andy finished 4th in sword fighting and Finn 3rd. Maria surprisingly won against Phantom in sword fighting. In running, Finn won minimally against Andy. Maria was 3rd and Phantom 4th. Then after a successful event, we all went to museum to see Room 9 for the first time.